Hey everyone, today I'm going to be walking you through performing a battery change on a G Shock DW-5600E, and this is the 3229 module. Let's jump right into it. To perform this battery change, we're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, a spring bar removal tool, ideally metal tweezers, but if you don't have metal tweezers, you can just use a metal paper clip, and a replacement battery, which is a CR2016. Getting started on this battery change, the first thing we need to do is flip our watch over and remove our rubber straps. That way we can take our case back off. So to do this, we're going to come in with our spring bar removal tool. As we can see on the end of our tool, there's kind of a little V-shaped notch there. And then tucked in here on the sides of the straps is our spring bars. And if you look closely, the spring bars kind of have little lips on them. What we want to do is wrap this notch around the lip, pull down, and then we can twist our strap out. So I'm going to wrap around that lip, pull down, and then twist my strap out. And I always like to have my thumb here because sometimes the bar will fly out on you. And we can do the same on the other side. Just like so. And now with those straps out of the way, we can come in with our Phillips head screwdriver and remove our 4 case back screws and make sure to set them aside for later. And now with those 4 screws out of the way, we can simply lift our case back right off. And don't worry, there's a circular rubber gasket that sometimes will come out stuck to the case back, but we'll go through reinstalling that when we're reassembling the watch. Now that we're inside the watch, the first thing we need to do is peel out this little rubber bumper layer. So we'll just come right on the side of it, lift it up, and lift it right out and set it aside for later. And our next step is going to be to unlatch our battery housing so we can remove the old battery. So I'm going to flip the watch around here. As we can see right here, there's a little clip. There's this metal tab that's grabbing onto this little plastic tab here. And there's a little hole in the middle. That's where we're going to want to come in with our tweezers, or again, that paper clip. Right in the center. And then you're going to want to pull out towards you. And that'll unlatch this little battery clip. And sometimes this sticker will also be stuck to the battery. If so, I'll just grab something, slide gently underneath it, break that bond, then we can grab that old battery, pull it out, and get rid of it. Now we're ready to come in with our new battery. Again, this is a CR2016, so we're simply going to drop our new battery right in place of the old one, and then we're going to press this latch down. And I find that this model, you often have to help this latch to wrap around that plastic piece again. So we're going to come in with our tweezers or just something blunt, and we're going to just push down that metal latch to help it grab onto the plastic tab again, just like so. And now our new battery is installed. Next, we need to perform our AC reset. This is simply going to reset our module to factory defaults, clear any errors if there are any, and make sure that our watch is ready to function as intended. So this is where using those metal tweezers will really come in handy, but if you're using a metal paper clip, you just want to bend it into an arch. We just want to have 2 metal points of contact. So I'm going to rotate the watch around here. As we can see on the module, there's a little label that says AC, and at the bottom of this hole, there's a little gold tab. May not be good light for you to see, but it's a little gold tab, you'll see it. And then on our metal here, we have a little circle with a negative icon. So what we want to do is contact one end of our metal to that AC gold tab and the other end to this metal on our module, and just hold it for about 2 seconds. And next, to ensure that we've performed the reset properly, I'd always advise holding a finger over this spring if you're going to flip your watch over. Otherwise, you can just hold it above your head without flipping it. But I'm going to go ahead and flip my watch over here. And then we should see our seconds start counting up from 0. So it's been about 30 since I performed that reset, which sounds about right. So our watch has been successfully reset, and we can begin to reassemble. So our first step in reassembly is going to be to reinstall that rubber bumper layer that we removed. So on our module we have that spring that I just pointed out, and then we also have this metal tab that's sticking up. We simply want to match this circle and this little rectangular hole to those two things to make sure that they properly stick through it. Just drop it right in place, make sure everything is centered and properly sticking up. And next we're going to go ahead and reinstall our gasket in case yours came out during disassembly. So as we can see on our case back, there's a little circular groove that runs along right there. So all we want to do, this one's nice and easy because it's just a circle, there's no proper orientation. Just want to drop it right in that groove. And then I like to use my tweezers to make fine adjustments if needed. We just want to make sure it's perfectly seated in that groove. That way when we reinstall our case back, it'll maintain a watertight seal. And our next step is going to be to reinstall our case back. So we want to remember that the spring here indicates the lower portion of our watch. So we just want to make sure that our Casio and G Shock logos are all properly oriented. So we're simply going to drop it right in place. There's a very shallow groove on each side that you'll feel it kind of slip into. But if you look down straight, you'll be able to see the holes where your screws go. So next all we need to do is reinstall our 4 case back screws. What I typically like to do is hold my thumb on that case back so it doesn't slide around, drop each of my screws in, and just get them started. And then all we need to do is snug them up. And remember, these don't need to be super tight, just nice and snug. You don't want to accidentally strip the heads. The next thing we need to do is reinstall our straps. So let me show you the trick I like to do. I like to grab my strap and grab a spring bar. I'll thread the bar right through the hole, and I'll leave a little more sticking out on the left side. Then I can pick up my watch here, and if I tilt it over, I can see the hole where the spring bar sits in. So I like to tilt the bar. That way one side gets seated in the hole right off the bat. Then I'll press down and kind of start to push it in place. Then I just need to come in with my spring bar tool, pull down the excess bar, and then I can push it right in place and get it seated like so. Now I'll do the same on the other side. And just like that, our straps are reinstalled nice and secure. And that's all there is to it. As we can see, all of our modes cycle, our beep is audible, and our backlight is working. So our watch is ready to set and wear again. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this battery changing tutorial. I really hope everything was made clear and helpful. If you have any questions for me, please be sure to leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in more battery change and time setting tutorials, please do check out the channel and consider subscribing. I cover a wide range of G Shock, Casio, and Baby G products, so stay tuned for more. Thanks everyone.